Hey everyone, welcome back to another YouTube video. Today we're going to be going over the best Warlock Strand build, and this will require some DLCs, specifically Witchqueen and obviously Lightfall, but we're going to have a lot of fun today, and I'm going to show you how this works and what it is, and use it before it gets nerfed. That's all I got to say. But with that, leave a comment if you do play Warlock and enjoy content like this. Leave a like and subscribe if you want to see more. And obviously, got to be on Warlock. Gonna be using Broodweaver, and you're gonna be using Neil Storm, which is the only one right now. But and then you're gonna use Healing Rift or Empowering. That's up to you. I prefer Healing. Whatever jump you want. Again, I prefer Burst Glide. It is the best one. If you have a different opinion on it, you're wrong. And then Arcane Needle, that's just what it is. There's not any other ones. And then you're gonna be using the Shackle Grenade. And I will explain how to use this later, but you have to have the Shackle Grenade. For the aspects, you're gonna be using Weaver's Call, which is when you cast your Rift, you weave 3 threadlings and deploy any threadlings you have perched, which perched is when they're just like circling around you. And then you're gonna use Mind Splint Invocation, which your grapple, shackle grenade, and threadling grenade have enhanced functionality. Grapple melee spawns 3 threadling eggs, whatever. But this is the important one right here. Press or hold down your grenade button to consume your shackle grenade and activate Weaver's Trance. Final blows while Weaver's Trance is active create a suspending detonation. So you consume your grenade, which lasts for 15 seconds, and when you kill an enemy, it sends out a wave that suspends anything around it, and that comes into play later. So then for your fragments, we're going to use Thread of Evolution, which threadlings will travel farther and deal additional damage. Thread of Generation, which dealing damage generates grenade energy. Defeating suspended targets grant class ability energy. And finally, Thread of Fury, which damaging targets with a tangle grants melee energy. And then Thread of Mind was the suspend targets grant class ability energy. So with these 4, what's going to happen is you cast your Rift, 3 threadlings go out, and they do seek. So they go out, kill the nearest enemies by dealing additional damage, and that damage will generate grenade energy. And when you consume your grenade and suspend things by killing those enemies that are suspended, you grant yourself more grenade energy. And when you're doing this in like the battlegrounds or end game activities, you're just generating grenades left and right. And then again, Thread of Mind, by defeating those, you get your class ability energy. By defeating enemies you suspend, which allows you to cast more rifts, which allow you to send out more threadlings, and the threadlings and killing tangled subjects give you tangles, which you pick up the tangles, throw them at enemies, and you get your melee ability back. But here's the fun part. The 2 exotics that you're going to use are going to be Necrotic Grip, which damaging combatants poison them, dealing increased damage over time. Defeating a poisoned combatant spreads this condition, okay? Well, and it provides a moderate benefit to airborne of weapons of sorrows, whatever. But damaging this weapon, you can throw your Arcane Needle, which you get 3 of, which now deals poison. Okay, you see where I'm going with this. So you cast a Rift, boom, expend that, you consume your grenade, you throw an Arcane Needle, suspend things around it while also poisoning them. That poison then allows you to overfill your Osteo Striga, which is the second exotic that you're going to be using, which firing stream and sentient toxic projectiles. Poison does increased damage now because of Necrotic Grips, and it will spread to the other enemies. Well, poison final blows return ammo to the magazine. So between Necrotic Grip spreading poison with your melee, between Osteo spreading poison with the bullets, when one dies with poison, it spreads it to the others. When those dies, it reloads your Osteo magazine. Now you can get pretty much, I don't want to say pretty much, because it's kind of, once you get it procced in a large group, it works really well. But yeah, I mean, when you think about it, you're getting really good damage because again, poison it damage it increases damage over time also. But yeah, and then what I pair this with is shotgun that has Envious Assassin, because getting all these multi kills overflows the magazine, so you can get up to, I think the highest I've gotten was 17 rounds in my shotgun, which is insanely good. And then because of the damage of these two things, I run a sword for movement. That's just what I do, but you can pair it with a linear machine gun or a rocket, whatever. So here's what I found the best armor mods to pair with it. On the helmet, you're going to use whatever mod slot you want, whether it's recovery. I recommend recovery or discipline. And then resilience, you want at least half, so at least 50 resilience, if not higher. And then you're going to use hands-on, which gain bonus super energy on melee kills. Again, when you throw the melee, the poison deals melee, or the poison that gets spread from it also counts as a melee kill. So hands-on for bonus super energy. You want kinetic siphon because the poison that spreads from Osteo on the tangled people from consuming Weaver's Trance count as kinetic kills because it comes from Osteo Striga. So this allows you to generate a crap ton of orbs, which will come into play a little later, but that also just gives you your super back. And they're using powerful friends, which causes nearby allies to increase their current armor charge by 1. Also gives you 1. And then for the arms, I'm using a discipline mod. And then you want Fauna Vigor, which you gain bonus to strength while you have an armor charge, but it decays over time. Grenade Kickstart, and then Fauna Focus, which gives you a bonus of discipline while you have an armor charge. And then for the chest piece, again, I'm using a discipline mod. And then Charged Up, which gives you an increased in armor charge. Then I'm using Void Resistance, but you can change that to whatever you need, whether it's Arc, Solar, Void, Strand, Stasis. That's up to you. And then Harmonic Resistance. And then for the legs, again, I'm running a Recovery. That's up to you. Then you want Stacks and Stacks, which picking up Orbs of Power grant additional stacks of armor charge. And then you want Recuperation, which picking up an orb replenishes health. And you want Invigoration, which reduces melee cooldown when you pick them up, when you pick up Orbs of Power. And then if you wanted to get really fancy, you have an Artifice Armor. You can throw an Innervation on here, which reduces grenade cooldown, but because we have the Fragment that damage grants grenade energy, you don't really need this. It helps you get it back a little quicker. But finally, on the class item, you're going to want whatever armor mod you want. Again, I'm running Recovery. Then you're going to want Time Dilation, which your decaying armor charge has a longer duration. And then you want Reaper, which after using your class ability, your next weapon, Final Blow, spawns an Orb of Power. So you're generating a bunch of orbs with this. You're constantly getting your abilities back. And with the orb generation, you're getting your health back by picking up those orbs. So that is what I am running for mod-wise. That's what I'm running for my my Strand. And then again, you have to have Osteo Striga for this to really work. And to get Osteo, you have to complete the Witchqueen campaign. Just on normal, you just have to complete it. With that is going to be what this build is. It is insanely good at endgame content. I run this for literally everything, unless I have to use a well in like a raid. But check it out, try it out. Let me know what you think down in the comments, and make sure to hit that like and subscribe button for future content. Thanks again, and I will see you guys out there.